Hi everyone, I Izzaamirah Ishak from Unit 10 Malaysia would like to share to you a paper of forecasting electricity consumption of Malaysia residential sector evidence from exponential smoothing model. So let's start. My slide would start with introduction, second is literature review, next would be methodology, fourth is result and discussion, last is conclusion and recommendation. First, introduction. In Malaysia, energy is no longer viewed as a luxury and it is become a necessity in everyday activities such as transportation, production, commercial activities, and residential activities. Energy consumption in residential sector has grown up. The electricity is considered as an important form of energy which drives Malaysia economic development, and thus it is important to conduct a forecast of electricity consumption as it is significant for economic development as well as policy improvement. So it is clear to say that this study is to conduct on forecasting electricity consumption in Malaysia until the year of 2032. And second, to identify the most appropriate exponential smoothing model in forecasting electricity consumption. Second is literature review. A paper conducted by Lee et al. 2018 said that hot winter exponential smoothing is the best technique to predict the electricity consumption. They used data monthly from 2011 to 2017 to predict until December 2018. Similarly, Nazim and partners said that Hawk exponential smoothing is the best technique to predict Malaysia population. This paper is published on 2014 and the data is yearly from 2004 until 2020. The last paper is said that exponential smoothing is the best from Makaira et al. 2015 to study the residential electricity consumption in Brazil. The data is also yearly from 2004 until 2020. This paper used quarterly data from quarter 1 until quarter 4 of 2014 to conduct forecasting energy consumption in Romania. The results said that double moving average is the best technique. And then Suresh, the objective is forecast electricity consumption in India. Data is yearly. He used ARIMA and NN to conduct the forecast. Lastly, would be from Mahia et al. They use for uh, consum they use for projection the electricity consumption, the data set of 40 years, and the results said that ARIMA method is the best. These three papers is a perspective of business where Siddiq et al. Said that use the single exponential smoothing to predict the sales and the data is monthly, and from Talwa and the partner from agriculture sector use the hot winter trend adjusted as a method to predict the price of their agriculture. And then last is from Thailand, predicting Thai chili and lemongrass prices. The data is also monthly, and this author Boranawang and partners said that double exponential smoothing is the best to predict their price. Next section is methodology. So for this study, the data is yearly collected from 1997 to 2018 that we use three start of exponential smoothing models, which is simple exponential smoothing, hot exponential smoothing, and last is brown exponential smoothing. Okay, this is an equation of simple exponential smoothing, and basically all the exponential smoothing was run by IBM SPSS. Secondly, this is an equation of Hall exponential smoothing. Lastly, this is the equation for Brown exponential smoothing. As I mentioned before, all the data was run by IBM SPSS. According to literature review, the forecasting model should be validated by using the error measurements such as mean absolute percentage error (MAPE), relative mean square error (RMSE), or mean absolute error (MAE). But in this study, I'm using MAPE because it is the most suitable measurement to compare the accuracy and the forecasting method, as it measures relative performance. A low MAPE score indicates that the forecasting model has a good performance. The range of MAPE shown in this table, okay, less than 10% the excellent forecasting ability, 10 to 20% the good forecasting ability, 20 to 50% the reasonable, and more than 50% is a bad forecasting ability. The next section is result and discussion for simple exponential smoothing, hot exponential smoothing, and brown exponential smoothing. Basically, this is a historical data obtained from 1997 until 2018. Based on this trend, we can say that no seasonality involved, and the three exponential smoothing are capable to be conducted. Now, this is the result of simple exponential smoothing. So we can see here the three dotted line. Okay, the first one is the upper limit of the forecasted value, and then this is a lower limit of the forecasted value, and then this is the best forecasted value for simple exponential smoothing. Or we can say that the forecasted value could be fall under this region. Okay. Besides the graph, we can find the error measurement. Okay, RMSE, MAPE, MAE. Okay, for those study, it is generated by IBM SPSS, and this is the score for the particular error measurement, and this is called as model fit statistic for simple exponential smoothing. As we can see here, MAPE is the lowest. Okay. Next, move on to Hawk exponential smoothing. So this is the graph for Hawk, and we can say that it is slightly different from simple. The graph is upgoing. Okay, and then here is the low upper limit. Okay, upper limit, this one is the lower limit of the forecasted value, and this one in the middle will be the best forecasted value. And generally, I can say that the value can be fall under the range, under this range, from the upper limit to the lower limit. Okay, and then next, move to the fit statistic model for hot, KRMSE, MAPE, MAE. Okay, the score for the error measurement, MAPE, is the lowest, okay, 2.299. Alright, next, move on to the Brown exponential smoothing. You can see here the pattern of the graph is widely, okay, is widespread. Okay, and then again this is the upper limit, the lower limit, and then this is the best predicted value, and the predicted value is likely sustained from the first predicted year until the last predicted year. How about the fit model? So next, this is the fit model. Okay, RSME, MAPE, MAE. So the lowest will be MAPE, 3.125. Okay. So as a summary, we can simplify that MAPE, okay, is the best, as I mentioned in the previous slide. MAPE will be used in this study, okay, and we compare all the method of the MAPE, and the lowest score would be the best predicted method, and it is Hall exponential smoothing. Okay, so now I provide all the data from 2019 until 2032 of the forecasted value, and also the upper limit and the lower limit. Okay, so this is for the reference in the future. Lastly, we go for conclusion and recommendation. As a conclusion, the aim of the study is to forecast the value of electricity consumption in Malaysia until year 2032, and to identify the most appropriate exponential smoothing model. So we can say that Hall exponential smoothing was found to be the most appropriate model, and as a recommendation, the campaign for less energy demand in household should be used and powered, as this is a model from a residential sector. Okay, and the campaign is benefit for both parties to maximize the energy efficiency and minimize the electricity consumption. So with that, I end my presentation. I hope all of you get some beneficial from my sharing. Thank you.